So we took a little food break. We went down to Trader Joe's and got some food. I got a wrap. I didn't like it.
I got a sandwich. It was very. It's like Thanksgiving themed.
I don't like that. Mine was turkey too. Doesn't turkey put you to sleep?
Turkey and apple, yeah.
It wasn't good. Mine was like, the dressing on it was weird.
Mine was just had a lot of bread. It was
yeah, I'm looking at it right now and there's a whole lot of bread in that. Well, episode 3. Episode 3, we're gonna start with, okay, so I'm on a mission to declutter my apartment, which is where we're currently in right now. And I have gone through my closet, which was the first part of decluttering, and I've thrown so much shit away. And then before you got here, I went through a medicine cabinet, I went through the cabinet underneath my sink, and the cabinet underneath the kitchen sink, and just tossing things away. Yeah. And it makes me feel so good.
I need to do the same. I accumulate a lot of stuff just because I just have a lot of things.
Yeah.
But definitely need to go through my things and yeah. It's not a fun process.
So I have a tendency to buy the same article, the same item of clothing over and over and over again, but like different brands of that same item. So I have hundreds of pairs of black shorts.
That's okay.
And I continue to buy them, and I finally told myself I have to stop doing this. Opening the amount of black shorts that are sitting on top of the dresser in my closet, wild. And they're all from Amazon or Nike, and it's the same silhouette.
But do you wear them?
Yeah, but how many do you need to be satisfied with black shorts? Maybe that's my career, is testing which black shorts are the best, because I have like 60 of them in my closet right now.
Yeah, maybe you could actually figure out which one you like the most and just stick to that.
I told myself, and I have so many shoes. There's shoes everywhere, look, I ran out of space. And I just bought another pair of shoes and they got here yesterday. But I love them.
We love a little retail therapy.
But I love them. They're Jordan 1s.
You showed me.
Yellow and orange. Really stepping outside the box here. But they're also black.
I mean,
obviously.
You gotta stick with the staples.
I know. But I need to go through the cabinet that we're actually sitting in front of, this orange one, and go through it's like the tech cabinet in my apartment where it's like all the techie stuff is in there. I gotta go through that too. And just start throwing things away.
Yeah.
It's too much. I keep buying things and I don't know where it comes from, but I have to stop. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty good about like not buying things this year, but it still somehow accumulates. Trash just like gathers. I don't know.
Yeah. I've had to take the trash out a lot this week because I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I get to a point where I just want to throw everything away. Everything. But I know that it's like those things where I know I'm going to need this later, so I keep it, but I then never use it again. Mm-hmm. But I just want to chuck it all away. Throw it all away. And have nothing about, I can't help you. I don't have rice, I don't have sugar, I don't have cup, like, get rid of it all. But that's like a little extreme though.
Yeah, don't get rid of the things that
that's
you
a little
use
extreme.
Eventually.
So decluttering is one of my New Year's resolutions of the many that I have actually for 2024. What are some of yours?
Getting more organized, figuring out, I'm in the process of rebranding, let's put it that way. So yeah, a lot of decluttering, a lot of figuring out new intentions and new ways of thinking in terms of like my career and just my life overall. So trying to do all that, and I think it's a little bit more daunting than I care to admit, but yeah. This year for me has been definitely more in like survival mode and just trying to figure it out, and it hasn't really worked out that way, so trying to set more intentions and be more intentional with my time and whatever I do spend my time on, I just want it to have like a purpose, like what we're doing here. Like this is much more purposeful in the sense that like I'm putting myself out there on the internet in a way that I never have before.
I get that.
And trying to be more mindful of like my time and energy and who I spend that with. So.
It sounds like you're maturing.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think so.
Oh, so annoying.
I hope it is, because that's what I tell myself.
It's so boring at the same time.
Like, well, you get boring as you get older.
I know, it's so annoying.
But we've lived, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think we did it hard early on. Yeah. So now we've calmed down.
I've definitely checked out of like going out and going to like nightclubs and stuff like that.
But nightclubs in LA suck.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say it, but I will. They're horrible.
Yeah, it's just...
They used to be really cool when I was in my early 20s.
And see, I think I missed that. Because when I started coming to LA in the nightclubs, it was mostly for work, so obviously like that was cool because it was more behind the scenes. But then when I stopped working in that field, yeah, it's not the same. Mm-hmm. And every time I go, I'm just like, it's like after... It depends on who I'm with. Like, if I'm with the right people, it could be really, really fun. But
you can go anywhere with the right people. And it's fun.
I don't need to be at a nightclub and spending like $18 on a drink.
Some watered down tequila soda.
And it's just, I don't know. I just sort of just feel like the people you meet at nightclubs are not really worth it either. Like, if you're trying to meet people,
I get that.
You know what I mean?
I hate to sound this old of like, oh, they were so good back in the day, but they really were. I think there was so much effort or more effort and design put into nightclubs. Back, I had a fake ID in high school, and I remember going to Ladue back when the Hills were there, back when it was like the hottest thing, and even Ladue aesthetically wasn't that great of a club. It wasn't, but it was so much fun and good music, and I remember going to Opera. And Opera was known for having really slippery floors, so you had to be careful because you would like bust your ass on those wood floors with like so easy, and you would see girls fall in their dresses all night long. But now nightclubs, they're more like watering holes than they are a cool place to hang out. But I feel like everything now is like a restaurant.
Yeah,
that stays open late.
Yeah, I just like, no offense to like the younger generations, but they don't really, I don't feel like they're having fun, you know what I mean?
I think they're all doing it for the gram.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest difference too, is like, hot take, social media wasn't like as big of a thing back then, and now everybody's like getting recorded and everyone feels like on edge.
Yeah.
And it's like, younger generations, they don't
you're on.
Yeah,
all
you're
the
constantly
time.
like performing, and all of it's performative, whether you're like performing for the people you're in front of, or you're performing for the random strangers, or you're performing for
you're constantly
content validation.
Critiquing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel bad for them because
we didn't give a shit.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, yeah, sure, we like posted a little bit on Instagram and stuff like that. And Facebook, yeah, we did the entire.
There are some ugly photos of me on Facebook.
Fair enough, but it wasn't like to the same extent, and it wasn't, it wasn't so, you weren't like so aware of it. And now there's like random people who will do anything for content, and I was watching this video of a guy just, filming himself shopping through Target, and he would have to in order to do it, he would have to set up a tripod and film himself grabbing things. Right. And then filming himself checking out, and in the meantime, you just have all these people
staring at you,
just living their lives, but they're in this video.
Oh, sure.
No, they're just like, most people don't even pay attention to that anymore, but It's like they're ending up in his video, and he doesn't doesn't blur them out or whatever.
I would hate that.
And it's just like, what? Why?
Have fun.
Yeah, just live your life.
Leave your phone at home.
Go to Target and just go to Target. Don't film it.
That's fair. I'm not a Target shopper. Hot take. Hate Target. I think everything at Target is so expensive, and I live right next to one. Never go.
I think Target's a bit overrated for what it's convenient, sure. I live right next to one too, and when I need to grab something, it's kind of nice to be able to grab groceries and like some random electronics when I need to. I'm not saying that that's not convenient, but it's just like, I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, on a Friday night, what are we gonna do? Spend a bunch of money at Target? Like,
no, I don't have that. No. I don't have that. Mm-mm. But I cannot remember the last thing that I bought at Target. That is how infrequent I go. You know what it is? My sister Natalie likes to order things for her kids, and if they're sold out at the Target in Culver City, she'll have me pick them up for her at this one. So that's what I did. It had to be chanclas or a backpack or something for one of her kids. That's why I go to Target. She does it all the time though. She's like, "Are you home?" I'm like, "What? Why do I have to go to Target today?" But that's why I go to Target.
I mean, that's fine. Again, it's a very functional place. I just don't understand
the hype around it.
They're like, "Oh my god, I go to Target and I'm spending all this money." I'm like, I don't care.
Like
there's other places I'd rather go.
What is it like? Target tells you what you need. I was like,
no. It feels a bit cultish and like overhyped, you know?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I also, no. I'm not a Target shopper. I go to CVS. CVS, I'm a huge CVSer. Extra care bucks, don't even fuck around with that. I go in there, coupons ready to go. But I've noticed, I hate to say it though, some of the things that I buy are cheaper on Amazon.
Are they?
Yeah, or you can buy more of the same product you can buy more of the same product for cheaper on Amazon. Like I just bought dishwasher pods and for a bag of like 30 of them, it's like $8 and then I spent $12 on Amazon for 62 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting there and I'm like, fuck, I have to buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because my dishwasher stays running.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon's a whole nother thing too, because it's so convenient.
Amazon, get the hype, 1000%.
Yeah. And I feel bad about it.
I think in the pandemic I felt bad. Now?
No, not so much.
You know that Prime?
Yeah.
Shipping.
We'll
get you together, right before a trip.
Yeah. I think it's just, whatever. Shop where you need to shop.
Shut up about it. How about that?
Get the things that you need to get, and like if you need to talk about it, okay. I don't understand.
Talk to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't put a camera on.
Yeah.
And go out and go to a nightclub while you're at it. Go buy your outfit at Target and hit the clubs. There you go. And leave your phone at home.
Exactly.
Put an air tag on yourself and leave your phone at home.
Exactly. Just stop. I don't know.
Not the interrupted text, okay?
It's Lena, by the way.
It is? Oh my god, send her a photo.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I miss her. We used to work with Lena.
Okay. She just says, "Love you, miss you."
Oh, tell her I love her and I miss her. Does she still work in music? Probably.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, he doesn't. So, fun fact about Teddy, because you're seeing him get up. Teddy doesn't like loud noises, and so he's gonna start shaking because his phone went off. Look. I know, Teddy. It's okay. Let me see.
We love you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore her for a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to get down? Or do you want to stay? Like you're shaking now. It's okay. You'll be fine. You'll get over it. So I feel like I have a lot of New Year's resolutions this upcoming year.
Mm-hmm.
One being staying more organized. Two, I'm gonna let you go. Come on, Trini. He's gonna go hide while he go to the bed. Go. There you go. One, this is a priority, obviously, for the both of us, I would say. I need to focus more on things that I want to do. My job is a lot of fun, but I can definitely do more with my life, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't want to be stuck in corporate America for the rest of my life. I just never envisioned that for myself. But I'm getting to a point where I know that I need to make a change or I will get stuck forever in corporate America. So that is a huge focus. Spending more time with my family, which I've definitely done this year, but I want to continue that for next year. And being more socially active with people that I actually want to be around. And like I mentioned at the last episode, like I'm very adamant about not doing anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and only being social Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday, where I can be better about that.
Okay.
Like I'm not 100 years old. I can go to a dinner. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can go to a dinner. I'm trying to not drink. Or I I did very well not drinking at all at the beginning of this year, and then I went to a trip to Taiwan, and then came back from Taiwan, and then started drinking wine, and that kind of like triggered the drinking all over again, but not heavily. But I would like to, again, kind of just cut it out completely. Yeah. I don't feel good after I drink.
Yeah, I mean, I told you earlier when I got here, I've been like sober for like the last 2-3 weeks, and I had a drink on Friday night, and just that one drink was enough to give me a hangover, and
they're not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun, and cutting out smoking, cutting out drinking, it hasn't. I don't miss it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just. Especially the smoking. I was smoking a lot over the summer because I had a car accident and I was in pain, but it wasn't great,
Yeah.
Like I know I was doing it because I kind of needed it, but
sure.
I was definitely using it as a coping mechanism, and I've never been like big on drinking. Like I have like.
You've never been a drinker.
I was a drinker when we first met. I remember drinking a lot because it was around.
We were all drinkers.
Yeah, we were all drinkers.
We were working in music.
We were
very stressed out, and so we drank a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely like a self-sabotaging type of move, though. And
1,000%. We were in our 20s. Yeah.
Yeah. Which was
we had nothing else to do besides, drink our lives away.
And we were getting it for free, too.
Yeah,
and so
that doesn't help.
I got so much free booze around that time. And then the company I went to after, I would get a lot of free booze.
Super boozy, yeah.
So
the company I went after was,
Yeah.
I went to Grindr after, FYI.
Yeah.
And I drank a lot working at Grindr. It was so fun, though.
I think we lived our 20s.
Yeah, but I don't keep living like that now.
Yeah.
But I also, the thing is, it's like, I'm not in my early 20s, so I don't need to drink that much. But I'm also not 100 years old, so I don't need to be going to bed at 8 p.m. It's like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a happy medium of you can go and do things. But now that I'm back on my fitness journey, which I was so happy with the shape of my body before going to Taiwan, and then I went to Taiwan, and the time change, I was there for 2 weeks, the time change coming back really messed me up.
Yeah.
And I never really got back. And then I was 200 pounds, which was my goal weight. I dropped 20 pounds. I'm 180 now, and so trying to get my appetite back to where it was when I was 200 is also being really hard. So, New Year's resolution, there you go.
Eating more.
Eating more, add that to the list. So, next year for you, are you going to stay freelance, or are you going to go full time?
I mean, at this point, I will take whatever I can get. It hasn't been a great market for either one. I've always kind of looked at full time as like a ball and chain type situation. And
what are you trying to say? I'm full time.
Yeah, I know, but
and I do feel like I'm a ball and chain.
But yeah, I just always felt like if I were to describe, freelancing versus full time in terms of like dating, it's like freelancing is like you're dating around, you have an open relationship with like all these companies, and they know that you
like this. Go on.
you just you know that you're like working for these people and working for that people, and it's not like I usually don't have the same clients in the same industry, so it's not like a conflict of interest type of thing.
Sure.
But I would hop around a lot, and that's just kind of the way I looked at it. I had like some commitment issues when it came to
paid.
Exactly, and I was also getting paid really well as a freelancer. I eventually figured out what my worth was at that time, but all of that has kind of a couple of things. I bought the house in La Quinta, and that became like my
beautiful home, by the way.
Yeah, it's a house that's close to Coachella, so I looked at it as like kind of a way for me to network or utilize my network that is like in the music industry or in events or just anybody that's interested in going into Coachella, and just having that as like a thing to use to kind of benefit my career in some way, but also to make money off of it and to kind of have an alternate source of income.
Yeah.
And that has been my main source of income this year.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's been very stressful because it took a lot of money to to get up and running
Right.
to do. But after the last year I've had, I'm so grateful that I did that when I could versus like trying to do that now. Like I don't think I would have ever done it.
I had thrown a pool party.
Oh, I know.
Here in my apartment building. And like Nicolette said she would stop by. So she came a little later.
Yeah.
And she had.
We needed to work on this logo.
Yeah, we needed to work on the new YPF logo. But you had just like closed on the house, I think. Either you like, there was a big part of the process, a big step was made that day.
Yeah.
Like it closed, or you went into escrow, or like there was a transfer of money.
Yeah.
It was one of those. And so me and my friends, or my other friends, we were down at the pool, hammered off of tequila, obviously. And she comes in and she's crying because you're so stressed out. And I remember just being like, I can't help you right now. In this moment I can only tell you like it's gonna be okay. Only because mentally I'm not quite in the right headspace to help you. But then my two friends, Michael and Anthony, I remember I went over to Michael and he's like, and I had told him, and he was like, oh, is she crying because she bought a house? I was like, yeah, and he was like, yeah, I cried too when I did that. It's very stressful.
Yeah, it's like.
But looking back at that and looking at you now, and I remember that. Okay, I do remember this. I remember telling you like, this is such a good choice that like it's good that you're doing this because it'll pay off in the long run.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Everything else I said not so much, but I do remember saying that, being like, it's stressful. But I promise you this is going to be like the best decision, and now look at you.
Yeah.
Full circle.
I do remember kind of like going off on you a little bit.
Yeah, she got really mad at me, but because we're friends, I let it go.
Yeah. Because I was like...
You had to be mad at somebody, I know. I could tell that you were just getting it out, and it was me. It's fine.
Yeah. And I felt really bad about that after. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that.
I will, the thing is, during was it the pandemic? Pandemic-ish, remember when I was looking into buying a condo? And it stressed me out. I like bowed out of it. I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
This was after I bought my place, and I remember you going through that process, and
it's not fun.
Just the application process, and you're just like, I get what you were saying.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't know how people do this. This is so awful.
And I'm grateful in that like I grew up in it, and my mom,
she's escrow, right?
Yeah, my mom's a mortgage broker.
There you go.
She she does this for a living, and she
like held your hand through the whole process.
Yeah, she held my hand throughout the whole process. But even with her there, I was still freaking out.
Yeah, it was really scary. It's a lot of fucking money. Okay.
Yeah, it was just mind-boggling at the time, and it still is to me to some degree.
Own property.
Yeah, that I own property, but I have like a property that is. It's not making enough money for me to live on, but it's making enough money to pay for itself, and it'll be a while before I can actually see like any like return
right. Disposable income.
Right, disposable income to pay back my initial investment.
It'll get there though.
Yeah, in terms of like property value, it's gone up, and it's one of those things where it feels like so intangible, but it's there at the same time. And so it's been
a lovely home.
It's been like such a nightmare and such a blessing at the same time.
But it'll get to a point where it's just a blessing. You're just happy to have it, and it'll be part of the portfolio one day.
Yeah, and we're going next week, so that'll be fun.
We are. It'll be cold, but I'm excited. I love that house. It is so calming. It is so relieving for some reason or another. I can't put my finger on it, but every time I get there, I just feel like the stress of the world goes away. And I want to move there. Every time I have to come back to LA, I'm like, I should just stay here. Yeah,
I've definitely thought about that. If I was making more money in like my design career, in my original career, I don't know exactly. 2023 was terrible in terms of like my design career. I really didn't make any money off of that. If 2024 is better, then maybe, and I have like enough remote clients, then maybe I will just move out there and then just have it as like a place for people to come and when they want to like leave LA and and then I could just really set it up as my place. Right now I can't really do that, but it's just we'll see what happens. But yeah, I remember when I first came up with that idea, I was having family problems, and I moved back in with my mom. I still live with her. In order to be able to do all this, I had to do that. But during COVID, it just didn't make sense to have an apartment, so I moved back with my mom. And then I was having like family issues, and so I just remember very much distinctly, like, what am I gonna do like once this COVID thing is over? Like, I can't stay here, and I didn't necessarily want to, rent another apartment. And I just really, because of the way I grew up, they just never sat right with me to like
right.
own and like be giving my money to like a landlord. And so I'm like, I want to own, but I don't necessarily, I don't know. So I got an Airbnb. It was like super last minute. I got like a cute place that was within my budget, and I rented it for like a week. And I didn't tell you like what I was thinking. I just had you come to the.
That's what that was for?
Yeah, that's what it was for. I was like testing out the Palm Springs area.
The one that was right by like Agua Caliente.
Yeah. So I had you come.
I was fooled.
Yeah, no, I had you come. Just
that was fun though.
I'm like, I just need a quick vacation. I already paid for this place.
And I was already there, remember, because I was there with Michael and Anthony?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, yeah, and I just remember telling him, like, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm thinking about doing. And then less than a year later, I bought the house. And I was just kind of like, oh shit, this actually happened.
Yeah. We have a good house though, it's at the end of that block.
Yeah, it was a very, like, interesting way that it went out. We saw like 10 houses that day. That was the last house. It wasn't even on our original list. And then we put an offer down and we got it. And at the time, this was January 2021, and then it was just like this weird period of like where it wasn't that competitive in that area, and the seller was extremely motivated, so he took our offer. But then before and after that, it was just like
it boomed.
Anybody trying to put an offer on a house, that house had like 10 offers. We just got so lucky.
You did. You got it at the right time.
Yeah, we just went on like the right day, got it on the right time. That guy was just like obsessed with us. He like loved everything that we had to say about it and what we wanted to do with it. And I think that helps a lot if anybody's like looking to buy something. It helps to...
The sob story?
The sob story, the vision. If you're lucky enough to like speak to the seller themselves, which we were, because he was a real estate agent, he listed it himself. My mom was a real estate agent, so she was representing us.
Right.
So it was like realtor.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, realtor and realtor like
so they
talking
were,
to each
right.
other.
Okay, it's like two parents, like...
Yeah, again, it was like the perfect...
Storm.
It's the perfect storm of good circumstances, and that's how we got the house.
And now you have that house.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to go next week.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I really love it. I love
I don't think I've ever been in Palm Springs or in Luckington during December.
It's really nice.
Alright, that's a lie. I've done New Year's there once.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's like 10 degrees hotter than LA, so it's, it's
even in the winter?
Yeah. Or no. It depends. It depends.
It doesn't. No.
It does get hot. It does have like hot days, but it does get really, really cold, and the mountains have like snow at the top. It's like bizarre.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I want to do that trolley thing.
We can do that.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
It's over by the Kimpton Hotel.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
I've never done it before.
So now we're gonna talk about my favorite topic, YPF, aka Your Petty Friend.
This whole thing.
As a business. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think of what it's become and what it is and how much people love it. I think is what puts a smile on my face for sure. I ran into a friend in Vegas when I was there for F1 from high school, who I haven't seen since high school graduation. And we had dinner when we came back the week after, and funny enough, in Culver City at Marco. And she was like, do you still have that brand? And I'm like, yep, still got it. And she's like, I love it, it's so funny. But to hear other people say that, to like appreciate your creativity of this little idea that came out of nothing and now is something is so heartwarming for somebody who, you know, the idea came out of such a petty place and the way people respond to it it kisses my dark heart back to life.
Yeah, and I appreciate it too because I wear the sweaters all the time, and I love like when people read it because it's like I think some people think it's your pretty friend at first, and then they actually read it. It's like your petty friend. It's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a great conversation starter.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like whenever I tell people about it, it's like, oh, it's this brand that I started with my friend, and it's like supposed to be humorous and funny, and they're like, it already sounds funny.
Yeah.
And it's like my friends and family, they find it like interesting. It's not necessarily
an identification.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I always say, you know, in every group of friends, there's always that one petty one. And it's always that one petty one that shops my brand.
Or it's like the friends that get it for that petty person.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. Especially in December, Christmas time is when I sell the most teddies, I would say.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants that cool, out of the box but fitting gift for that petty person who probably doesn't like other people shopping for them. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride, but I love it.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm looking forward to like diving more into it. I've been diving more into like new designs for it and trying to see what it looks like. I think right now the priority is just trying to get the podcast up and running and, and just seeing
new
where
color
that goes.
Bamboozled. Okay.
Well, we should finish this up, I guess.
Okay. How should we finish it? But yeah. Always happy to see my brand continue to grow.
Yeah.
Personally and professionally.
Well, it'll be fun to, you know, once the podcast is up and we need to work on another hoodie launch.
And new colors coming soon, you all.
New colors. We have a photo shoot that we're just kind of doing for fun that we're planning. So I'm excited to talk about that one because that one just warms my heart so much. So I won't say more than that, but
that'll be good. I can't wait to see how the photos turn out. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm looking. For me, it's like I'm not much of a photographer, but I love photographing this brand. So, yeah.
I love that.
So I think we'll keep you posted.
You'll see it soon.
Yeah.
So that's it, and we will see you guys later. We'll come back to you after the shoot.
Yeah.
In La Quinta.
In La Quinta.
There we go.
That'll be fun.
We'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
We're getting better at this.